Hello everyone. Today let us set the enable password, and first we are going to take a PT router and then a PC, and for the connectivity let us connect a console cable from RS-232 to console and connecting a crossover cable fast Ethernet 0 fast Ethernet 0/0. Now for uh, enabling the password in the privilege mode, let us go to the terminal and now enable, and going to the global configuration mode and setting up the enable password, that is enable password, and whatsoever password we can give. Let's for example let's give Cisco, and now exit, and now when we type enable it will ask for the password, and the password is Cisco. Now if we check the running config, we can easily see the password, that is Cisco, which is not encrypted. And now for the encryption of the password Cisco, let us go to the global configuration mode and type service password encryption, and now this is the encryption of the MD7. So let us go to this running config, and here this 7 represents MD7 encryption, and here is the encryption. Now this is also not secure, so if we copy this and go to the Google and type MD7 and let us decrypt the password, it can be easily decrypted, and paste it here. Now it is showing that decrypted password is Cisco, so it is also a not safe method of setting up the password in the enable privilege mode. So let us set with more secure method, that is MD5. Now for this we have to type enable secret. Let's take another password, let's for example Google. Now let's check. Now here 5 represents MD5, and this is the encryption of the password. It is the most secure method. By now we are able to know that most secure method is MD5. So what if we want to gain a remote access to the router? Means removing this console cable so that we could gain the remote access. For the remote access, Telnet, it is the one of the most common access use method to access the router. For this we require the connectivity and the enable password. Here the password is this. And now for gaining the remote access, we have to check the connectivity, that is we have to go to the PC and assign the IP address, that is 10.0.0.1. The default gateway should be the IP address which we are going to assign to the router, that is 10.10. Now let us go to the terminal and assign the IP address to the interface. Configure terminal interface fast Ethernet 0/0, no shutdown, so that the link goes up. The link is up. IP address 10.0.0.10, and the subnet mask is 255.0.0. Exit. We can see that the link is up, that is green. Now setting up the telnet, we have to go we have in the global configuration mode, we have to type line vty 0/2, and we have to give the password, that is Cisco, and login. Exit. Now we can remove the console cable. Now going to the command prompt and typing telnet to gain the remote access and the IP address of the router. Now it is asking for the password, and the password which we have given is Cisco. Let us go to the privilege mode. It is asking for the password. The password was Google. For this, Telnet is one of the most common used method to access the router, but it is also insecure in some cases. So the most secure method is SSH, that is secure shell. It is also encrypted. For this, IP domain is defined and a crypto key must be generated. And now we have already set the connectivity and the enable password. Let us go to the router, CLI of the router, and now in the global configuration mode we have to type line vty 0 space 2 login local and transport input SSH exit. Now for generating the IP domain name, let us type the IP domain name CCNA. Let us give, and now let us change the host name, so that because the password is of 512 bits and it should be generated from the domain name and the host name RTR1, and let us generate the crypto key. Generate RSA. It is asking for the bit. Let us set the default bits, that is 512 bits, and now we will set the username user AAA and the password AAA. And now we can go to the PC and the command prompt of the PC and type HHH -L and the username, that is AAA, and the IP address of the router. Now we have successfully set the SSH, that is secure shell. Let us type the password, that was Google. Now let us go to the enable mode, Cisco. This is how we set a secure shell.